Hello, good day, BSE3 Math. So, this is just for your guidelines in writing your literature review. So, I will state some points for you to remember when you are writing your literature review. So, without further ado, let's start. So, first, let us define what is a literature review or an RRL. So, a literature review is not an annotated bibliography in which you will summarize briefly each article that you have reviewed. While a summary of what you have read is contained within the literature review, it goes well beyond merely summarizing professional literature. So, in making a literature review, we will summarize uh, a professional literature came from a book or came from a study or a research that is related to your research on the research that you are conducting. So it focuses on a specific topic of interest to you and it includes a critical analysis of the relationship among different works and relating this research to your work. So you have to relate it. Let's say, for example, you will conduct a research that is all about with the English proficiency. So you have to look on a literature or a professional literature that talks about English proficiency. And then you have to connect English proficiency to mathematics proficiency. So also you have to find a research that talks about mathematics proficiency. Now you have to search also for a professional literature or a professional study which talk about the connection of the two. So all of that kailangan meron sa inyong RRL. So it may be written as a standalone paper or to provide a theoretical framework and rationale for a research study. Okay, so now this is just a brief definition of what is RRL or literature review. Now I'm gonna give you a step-by-step guide. This is only four. So first, you have to review APA guidelines. So read through the links provided on an APA guideline on this link. We have this link so you can read this one on how to write an citation using an APA 6th edition. So you have to be familiar with the common core elements of how to write in APA style. In particular, you have to pay attention to general document guidelines like the title page, abstract, body, text, citations, and quotations. So, especially yun sa author, yung part ng book, the page, or something like that. So, you have to cite it very clearly. And also in when it comes in writing your RRL, make sure that you put everything, every references that you use on the last part of your research, which is the references. Kasi there is a big possibility that you might be like what do you call this one? Like plagiarized, 'di ba? So ayaw natin nun. And in our university, we are using a site wherein we, your teachers, are checking if you are copying or pasting it lang sa inyong docu. So, it is better kung galing talaga sa inyo. So next, decide on a topic. You already have your topic. So if your topic is all about this one, so there is a big possibility na mas madali ang paghahanap ninyo ng RL if you are very familiarized with your topic. Okay, so next, identify the literature that you will review. So in identifying the literature that you will review, you can use this online search engines, which are Google Scholar, Google Books, Microsoft Academic, or Pearl. So you can see some library resources, links, and you can identify relevant databases in your field of studies. So using these relevant databases or search engines, you have to search for literature sources. So all you have to do is to start with the general descriptor from the database thesaurus, or one that you know is already a well-defined descriptor based on past work that you have done in this field. So, next, you have to redefine your topic if needed kasi hindi naman always existing yung same topic as yours. So, you have to redefine it, or you can just search for like a word that is connected to it. And as part of your research, be sure to identify landmark or classic studies and theories, as this provide you with a framework or context for your study. Okay, and then also in doing your RRL, you have to analyze all the literature that you will review. So you have to overview the articles, you have to skim it, read it, and focus your reading on the abstract part of certain research, the introduction, and first few paragraphs of the conclusion ng article. Kasi mas madali mong matitake down notes yung mga lines or yung mga paragraph na connected sa research mo. And also, you have to group the articles in categories. So, uh, you have to record it or take down note kung saang subtopic ba siya magpo-fall. And lastly, take notes, okay? So, it is very important to take notes. You have to define key terms, look for the differences in the way key terms are defined. And also, note the key statistics that you may want to use in the introduction of your review. And also, note the strengths and weaknesses of that research. You can use it. Let's say, for example, nasa conclusion part ka na. So, let's say, the result of my research is in contrast with the result of the research of blah, blah, blah. Like that. Okay? And also, you can identify the gaps in the literature and reflect on why this might exist. And keep your review focused on your topic. And lastly, you have to evaluate your references for currency and coverage. Sabi ko nga kanina, it is better if you no, it is not better. It is required that you will put all the references that you use in your research. And then last one, you have to synthesize the literature prior to writing of your review. So using the notes that you have taken and like the summary, you can develop an outline of your final review. So first, you have to consider your purpose before beginning to write, and then consider how you reassemble your notes. Of course, there is a need for you to reassemble your notes kasi nga there is a big possibility na magkaroon tayo ng plagiarism if you were just copy it and paste it. And then create a topic outline that traces your argument. You have to explain to your reader your line or your argument, and then the narrative that follows should explain and justify your line of argument. And reorganize your notes according to the path of your argument on what conclusion you want to have. And then within each topic, it should be or it should have differences among studies. Kagaya nga nung sabi ko, in contrast or in line with the research of ganyan, in ganyan. So, you can compare and contrast. And then, always develop a coherent uh, essay So if your literature review is very long, provide an overview near the beginning of your review. And then always specify your point of view early in the review, and always remember to check the flow of your argument for coherence. And in writing a conclusion for the end of a review, you have to provide a closure so that the path of your argument ends with a conclusion of some kind. Always remember that in everything that you will do in your research, always remember that there is a need for it to be clear and concise. Hindi ko kailangan ng mahabang RRL na sa sobrang haba, paikot-ikot na. Mas maganda para sa akin yung maikse pero clear and concise, and all of the major points that you want to compare or contrast, or like what do you call this one, to parang to prove in your study, ay nakastate ng maayos doon. And I think your research will be good if you will follow this step-by-step guide. So I will start checking your chapter 3 up until next week. So you can pass your chapter 3 up until December. Wait, I'm gonna check. December 11. Okay? So last ano ng inyong RRLI, December 11. And also, kindly check your Google Drive for some revisions. So, nasa Google Drive natin yun lahat. And that is the end of this discussion. So, I hope that you will follow all the guidelines in writing your literature, and good luck to your study. In some other researches na pinasa ninyo, um, magko-comment ako if the questionnaire is already approved, and you can now conduct your research. So that would be all. Thank you.